everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing very well, and welcome to today's video. Today is a little bit of a different one. It is a sit down one, but it's not a typical haul or makeup video or anything like that. It's actually more of like a girl talk, which I've never done before, but I thought I'd give it a little go. Like, I had a little idea and I had like a filler video space, so I thought I would give it a go and try and film a little chatty video. So this one in particular is, I've seen it a lot like around on YouTube and maybe TikTok as well, because it's quite a talked about subject, and as you can see from the title, it's basically things that I wish I knew in my early 20s. Now, to be honest, you could say pretty much all of the 20s. I can't speak for the latter half of my 20s because that's where I am currently, but definitely in my early stages, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, I feel like this really contributes to that, but also probably in your latter 20s as well, like this would probably work. So I'm just gonna literally talk about things from my perspective which I wish I not knew, because I definitely knew these, but maybe if it was more talked about and people were more open about it, you wouldn't feel a certain type of way. So yeah, that's literally it. It's a very light-hearted video, not so serious in the sense that like you literally need to go and deep your whole life, but also it's just something where it's a possibility and that's okay kind of thing. So a little bit of a different video for me, but hey ho, here we are. I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get into it. So early 20s, I think growing up, everyone thinks that being in your 20s is like literally the best time of your life, which to some extent it definitely is. Like going to uni, coming out of uni, and like you're this whole like improved version of yourself, you've achieved so much, and coming out of school, it's such a big jump. But actually it's probably some of the most confusing years of your life, because people are at so many different stages in their 20s, like, and I can speak from personal experience. Like, some of my friends are married, some of my friends are engaged, some of my friends are having children, some of my friends are single, some of my friends are living out, some of my friends are living at home. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's a crazy world, and obviously everyone has different paths in which their life is going to take them, and by no means are you to compare or judge your life to anyone else's apart from your own, because everyone is so different. So it's a very confusing time to be alive, to say the least, and I can vouch for that because I'm thoroughly confused every single day. Being in your 20s, I feel like you're meant to have so many things in control, like your relationship, your career, your identity, what you are, what you want to be, and anything that you need to do now, you need to do it now before, so you can like build up for your future. Like, there's so many things that society kind of pushes on you to like put into place, which in some aspect, like, it's true, because you know these are like your kind of malleable years which you can play around with the most. Obviously the older you get and the more years that pass, like, it's not necessarily you have less time to do it, but you feel like you have less time to play around with the time that you have. So I think probably the most important thing like in this video to me is you are not behind. Now, it is so easy, so easy in this day and age to feel like you're literally at the back of the line, because everyone's life is thrusted into social media, and it's only the good parts. You never see the bad parts. You never see the parts where they're down, they're struggling, or when they're trying to make it. You only see the good. So you will feel like you are behind because you're not going on that holiday, you haven't got that big break yet, you're not making that much money, you don't have a family yet, you don't even have a boyfriend or girlfriend yet. And I think that's one of like the biggest things, where you're not. Everyone is in a completely different situation to you. You can't compare. Easily said than done, but you cannot compare yourself to the person standing next to you, standing behind you. Like, you can't, because it's so different. Everyone's circumstances are so different to everyone else's, and there is no timeline. There is no, oh, I need to be married by this age, and I need to have this job at this age, and I need to be doing X, Y, and Z before I turn 25. Like, no. Ideally, everyone would want things set in stone, because then they know that they're done. But life doesn't work like that, unfortunately, and you cannot plan a lot of things. You can plan towards goals and achievements and aspirations, and if you get them ticked off before a certain age, like, well done. But if you can't, but you're still grinding and working and doing everything you can to get towards that goal, well, that's fine, because it will come at some point. But there's just no set in stone time limit, which I think is really important to know, because it's really, really hard out there. Like, honestly, it is. And I think when people are doing so well and they're in a position which you thought 5 years ago that you would be in, instead of you feeling happy and proud for that person, that can sometimes turn into jealousy, which is where there's like a fine line, and then that's when like things can like really crumble and affect your life and, you know, the things around you. So we need to avoid that. So I think mentally in your head, if you just say that actually I'm trying my best, I'm doing things on my own timeline, because this is God's plan, this is what was meant for me, just stay on your, like, stay in your lane and keep going. And I think that is the best place to be in, even though it's kind of a hard pill to swallow sometimes. The sooner you get your head around that, I think the happier and more content you will be. Okay, so another one for me, which was actually very difficult for me, is the fact that you might and you will outgrow people. Now, I find this really hard, because when I am so involved with someone, whether it's friends, family, relationships, like those three, I literally will give my all to someone. And sometimes it's not because anyone did anything wrong, but sometimes you can just go into different directions peacefully, and you outgrow each other, and your lives are meant to cross at that intersection at that certain point in time, but you met and then you carried on going your separate ways. And I think that's a really, really hard thing for some people to come around with. Like, I know for me it definitely is, because when I see someone that I bond and gel well with in any aspect, I like cling on to them, because I'm like, you know, they mean so much to you. And sometimes it's just not really the case that they are going to stay from day one all the way to the end. It's actually more rare now than ever before, because people are living such a fast-paced life. It's so hard to stay integrated with everyone, even with social media. So I think to know that as well is also a good thing, because it is okay. That is just what was meant for you. And I am the biggest believer in if it's meant to be, it will be. Like, if it was meant to happen for you, it will. And that is one of those things. And I think literally your whole life, it is just, if it was meant to be, it will be. And yeah, I just really, really believe in that. And whether it's with anything, things, jobs, people, love, family, like anything. But yeah, it is really, really hard when you're so connected and close with someone for such a long period of your life, and you just grow together, but sometimes you outgrow each other, and that's okay. Like, that is totally okay. In the time, it will feel like your world has fallen apart. But I feel like if you can maintain a little bit of closeness, like, that sometimes helps you get through it as well. Because I definitely experienced this during school, and it was a really horrible time for me. But, you know, I don't wish bad on anyone, and I feel like it's a good place to be in. And people will come and go. Some people will end up staying, but some people will carry on moving past. But then there will always be new people as well that do enter your life at the right place at the right time, and that you can be grateful for. I think another thing leading on from the first point is there is no right time. There's no perfect time. I think that in your 20s, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Probably from about 18, I was like, right, at this age I want this, at this age I want this, and this age I want this. It's nice to think about these things, but also sometimes they're just not realistic, because there are so many other factors that come into it, and factors that you won't even know yet because they haven't happened. So there is literally no perfect time for anything. It's only perfect individual to you. Because, you know, I wanted to be in a relationship for X amount of years, like a long period of time, to know someone, to grow with someone, and then to get engaged at, like, I don't know, 28, get married at 30, and then have like my first child at 32. Like, oh, that's great, Tia, but you know, it just doesn't work out like that sometimes. And there is no right or wrong time, because, you know, sometimes even with like a work thing, or if you wanted to start something of your own, it's always going to be, oh, it's too late, or it's too soon. Like, no, it's not too late. Like, and it isn't too soon. You just need to do it now. Like, now. The perfect time is now. So I feel like in your 20s, or especially in your early 20s, you have a lot of idyllic numbers and dates set in your head, which is a nice goal to work towards, but also you can't fixate on that so much, otherwise you'll feel disappointed. You'll feel like then you're behind again, and then you'll feel like, well, it just wasn't meant for me. Like, I wasn't meant to get married or have kids. Like, no. It can come at any stage in your life, anything. So I feel like that is a big one. There is no perfect time. There is no right or wrong time for anything. So yeah, these are just really, like, you would think that they're like basic things, but they're just really hard to get your head around sometimes. Even for me, I'm guilty of it now. I think, oh my god, like, I'm 26, like I should have done this and this, and why, and everyone around me is doing this. And that's fine. Use that as motivation, you know, to like see, like, it's possible. people can do these things, why can't I? I'm capable, you know. I'm waking up, I'm healthy, and I'm breathing every day, and this is a time to get better and grow for yourself, not for anyone else as well. So yeah, I think that's an important one. I think another one for me, which I absolutely love, and a lot of people do talk about it on TikTok now, but they talk about it in like a aesthetic way, but romanticize your life. Wow, it's like one of my favorite things to do. I romanticize everything from the minute I wake up, after I've had a shower, and I romanticize my skincare routine. Like literally romanticize my skincare routine. I romanticize when I make a coffee in the morning. I make everything such a big deal because it makes me feel so good about myself. It makes me feel like I'm doing something that other people watch on TikTok and Instagram and they're like, oh, this is so cool. But just because I'm not filming it doesn't mean that I'm not doing it, because I am. When I pick a cute outfit, romanticize it. Going out on a hot girl walk, well, I'll go to my nail appointment on a hot girl walk. I romanticize that. I wear my headphones, I'm in my own music video. When I go shopping, when I'm driving my car, like I literally romanticize everything. When I'm journaling, when I'm writing stuff in my planner, my calendar, I'm literally that girl, but just no one knows it, just me. And that is so fine. That is the biggest flex ever, because you are that girl, but you're that girl for yourself, not for anyone else. The people on social media, they're doing it probably just for that one, you know, 10-minute video, just to show you that that's actually what they do every day, when it's definitely not. But if you kind of get into that routine of, yeah, I'm that girl, but I'm that girl every day, every single day. Don't get me wrong, I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I'm like doing my skincare, I do it, but I'm just like, oh my god, like hurry up, like I just want to get into the bed. Or I'll wear trackies into town and I literally look like a tramp. But for the most part, just think about, like, everyone's looking at me because they want to be me, but they want to be me because I'm just cool. I look like I've got my life together. I look like I know what I'm doing. I look like I know where I'm going in my life. Even if there's 0 things going up in your head, it's crickets. It's crickets. But if you look like it, which a lot of people do, they fake it until they make it. I feel like it's such a flex, and I love it. I love to romanticize my life, especially when the nice weather is here, which is now. Like in the winter, it's so much easier to get into a slump and be lazy and ugh. But when the sun comes out, it's so much easier. And I think the last one I'm gonna end on is something which is probably one of the most important things, because in your 20s, I feel like hormones are everywhere, especially for girls. Like there's like 101 things that you're thinking about, and it's probably not even about yourself. But the most important thing that you need to do is protect your peace. And again, easier said than done, but I think you need to be a little bit selfish. I'm guilty of being the complete opposite. I put myself pretty much at the bottom of the list if I can, because I put everyone above me, which is a good trait to have, but also equally it's not, because the only person that is actually going to care about you at the end of the day is you. So I feel like you need to be in charge of protecting your peace, your little bubble around you. You come first, and if there's anything that you don't feel comfortable with, or just things that need to change because it's affecting your mood, well, you definitely should put it into action, because you need to take care of you. Just like she said in Pretty Woman, take care of you. And it's so real, couldn't be more real, especially in this day and age where everyone is out there for their own and taking advantage, and you just need to look out for yourself and put yourself first, because if you don't do it, who else is going to do it? So I think that's really important, especially, you know, when you're in your 20s, you are still at a vulnerable age, I feel. I think at any age you feel vulnerable, because again, there is no right or wrong, you know, with how you feel, how you act, what you're doing, where you are. It's just, yeah, it's literally just that. So definitely protect you, put yourself first, do things that you want to do, that make you feel good, that make you feel happy, and you will lead such a fulfilled, healthy life, and you'll have such a healthy relationship with yourself, with self-love, your inner peace, and only then are you in such a good place to be able to then give it off to anyone else around you. Because if you're not feeling it from within, and if you're not feeling it from, like, to yourself, how can you expect to radiate anything else good to anyone else around you? So it literally starts from within, and it's, self-love is like one of the best forms of love to ever exist, and I think it's really nice, and I'm going through it right now. Like, I'm practicing it a lot. Like, I always did a lot of self-love to myself anyway, just without realizing, but intentionally now I'm doing it more than ever, and I love it. So yeah, protect you, protect your peace, and love yourself first and foremost. I hope this video wasn't too long or boring or repetitive in any way, shape or form, and I hope it gave you some inspiration and just high hopes, really. And yeah, that is all for today's Girl Talk. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.